All right, class. This is the video that I want you to watch while you're doing your materials inventory questions and also your journal entry questions. So if you open up the Excel document, I want you to take a look. Follow along with me when you open up the Excel document. It is listed under Excel Final Document. And what I want you to look at first off is I want to show you the very first thing at the very top. In blue, it says blue means to add, red means to subtract. Okay? You can set it up so that if you want to put formulas in, you can go ahead to do so. Now, as I told you before, there are 3 inventory accounts. They are asset accounts. Okay? Your job on your final document or final assignment is to figure out the ending inventory values. Those are numbers that are not given to you. You need to take a look and you need to figure those out. So if you take a look at the right-hand side or left-hand side, I have it listed. 3 different inventory accounts: material inventory, work in process, and finished goods. Plug your numbers in. Do the correct calculations. Do your adding and subtracting, which should bring you down into your ending values for each one of those accounts. Now keep in mind, inventory is an asset. Again, I keep saying inventory is an asset. It's important because assets are worth money. So we track our assets very carefully. You pay attention to how much cash you have in your pocket. Well, companies pay attention to their inventory accounts because it's just as good as having cash in the pocket. So your first inventory account, your materials inventory, you start off with a beginning balance. You add the things that you purchase. You cannot manufacture a product unless you have raw materials. So the materials purchased is the same thing as being raw materials purchased. Now, those are in your unused state. Okay, that's just like going back to the video on Hershey Park. Your beginning of your Hershey Park ride had all the ingredients separated. That's your materials inventory account. Each one of the items are in there separately. The next thing you do to your materials inventory account is you will transfer materials from there, which lowers that asset account, and they get transferred into your work in process account. That number will be the same in each one of those calculations because what you take out of one, you're putting in the other. So it will be a subtraction or a credit to materials inventory, but it would be a debit or an addition to your work in process. Hence the reason why it's red under materials inventory, but it is blue under work in process. Your work in process account is where all the information goes and all the numbers go, and you start actually producing the product. So you would have a beginning inventory for work in process. You would add your materials that are transferred in, you'd add in direct labor, and you would add in your overhead. The number that gets subtracted out of your work in process account is what we call cost of goods completed or cost of goods manufactured. Either one, that number would be a subtraction there, but it would be an addition to your last inventory account, which is finished goods. Once you do your calculations for work in process, it'll leave you a number as your ending work in process. That number represents the units, the value of the units that have not been completed. So you may have to finish cooking something, you may have to finish putting something together, but those are units that have not been completed yet. Okay, there should be a number left for work in process. The next one that you would come across is your last but your final inventory account. Again, inventory being asset, is your finished goods inventory. Okay, now your finished goods inventory has 2 numbers added, two numbers that have calculations associated with it. Now you start off your finished goods inventory with your beginning inventory. That number is given to you. Cost of goods completed is an addition here, but it was a subtracted number from your work in process. It would be the same number. Okay, so please do not get flipping out because you have the same number going out of one and coming into the other. That is the purpose of this. Okay, finished goods do not belong in your work in process account. They get transferred to your finished goods inventory account, which is then that number is goods completed. Those are finished goods. They're ready for sale. You can sell them to a consumer. which the next part in your finished goods is exactly that. It says cost of goods sold. All right, now keep in mind, you all should know that by now, cost of goods sold is an expense account. Okay? Hence the reason why it's in red, it is subtracted from there. Which, once you do your calculations there, leaves you the answer that I'm looking for, which is your ending finished goods inventory amount. Okay? So the bottom line I'm looking for is the ending inventory for all three inventory accounts. Does everybody understand that? All right, good. The second part of this Excel spreadsheet are your journal entries. Okay? If you take a look, again, I told you 2 places where you can find the journal entries. You can either find them here on this Excel spreadsheet, or you can find them in the Chapter 17 slides. Keep things simple. I wrote all the journal entries out here. Now keep in mind, when you're doing your journal entry, setup is important. Please make sure that your debits are to your left and your credits are to your right. You can see how I have X's in the spot where the numbers should go. The very first journal entry talks about purchase of materials. Now, all you have to do is plug numbers in here, guys. Okay? I made them pretty easy. The questions are pretty easy. All the questions, I believe it's question 5, use these journal entries. I've got them listed in bold so you can see what you're looking at, and they should all be in the exact order, the same way that I asked you your questions on your final document. Okay? Follow along on the slide. Pull this document, this Excel document up while you're doing that question. Okay? This should not be a difficult assignment. It's just following directions and using your minds. Do not, and I repeat, do not feel like it's going to kill you. This is not a hard assignment at all, especially considering the voiceover that I'm giving you. Okay? So, again, like I said, if you're not watching these videos while you're doing your work, you may have some trouble, but that is up to you. So, go ahead and finish it up. Please make sure you have this submitted to me by Thursday midnight on Thursday night. So that's giving you 2 days to complete. And I will be in touch with each and everybody on Friday. I'll send you guys another email. Good luck and get it done. Bye.